Hi there. Are you looking for a calm space to find in this turbulent world? Are you looking for more love, more peace, and more abundance in your life? Do you want to wake up each day with greater purpose and feel more fulfilled? If you are, then CSLNJ is the place for you. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. Over the past 2 decades, our open and affirming community has created a safe space for all to come and be uplifted. I hope you enjoy watching. And if you like what you see, please visit us at cslnj.org.
Someone I know is worthy and wonderful. Someone I know is fearless and free. Someone I know is blessed and beautiful. Who can it be? Oh yes, that's right, it's me. Whoa, someone I know is conscious and confident. Someone I know knows peace is the key. Someone I know is joyful and jubilant. Who can it be? Oh yes, that's right, it's me. That's right, it's me. A child of the divine. That's right, it's me. As bright as stars I shine. That's right, it's me. Made from love's design. Born to be great. Make no mistake. Whoa, someone I know is loving and lovable. Gives effortlessly. Someone I know is made out of miracles. Who can it be? Oh yes, that's right, it's me. Oh yes, that's right, it's me. Oh yes, that's right, it's me. It's thee. Oh yes, that's right, it's me. Thee.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. As we say, here we snow again. The community that shifts, I'll tell you, just last minute, everybody moves, shifts, takes on new roles. All of a sudden, we get Ty to sing for us today, so that's a fantastic opportunity as well. So, and we have. We have Ty as our music today. We have Toni Hamilton as our speaker today. We have Brian as our POD. And we have, oh, what's his name? White-haired guy. Oh, that's right, me as the host today. So, and if you would, let's start out by just, again, read along with me who we are. We are an open and affirming science of mind community where the vibration of love lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and the science of mind teaching empowers you. We believe that heaven and hell are states of consciousness that you experience in this lifetime, that you are the architect of your life, and that it is never too late to know true happiness. And with that, we're going to go to our opening chant, which Ty will be doing, and then immediately following, Brian will lead us in the opening prayer. So thank you.
Take a deep breath and relax into the space that you're in and allow the love that's inside to just permeate the space that you're occupying and send that love through to all these wonderful faces here and the ones beyond. And we will settle and saturate ourselves in silence. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. From a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that can never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. I find God, I find myself. I find God, I find myself.
Knowing this peace in this silence, the peace that we discover when we go deep into the silence, into the contemplation, into that knowing that there is only one spirit, one consciousness, one divine thing that exists in this universe, that expresses itself through each and every one of us, as each and every one of us, through each and every one of us. I call it good. I find God, I find myself in this oneness, inseparable. I find the consciousness, I find the confidence, I find the power, I find the love, I find the joy, I find the spirit, I find everything that there is within me, within each of us, within all of the universe. And we come together on this day to celebrate all of that and more. We come together to celebrate the deepening of our consciousness, the deepening of our knowing, the deepening of our conviction in this teaching, the deepening of our souls, the deepening of our awakening. And in this celebration, I bless the lessons, I bless the music, I bless the speaker, I bless all of the participants behind the camera, in front of the camera, all of those whose messages are spoken, and all of those who receive the message. Here in person, before the camera, here who see this after the fact on YouTube, and all who are touched and in somehow influenced, directly or indirectly, through all that transpires here today. And in gratitude for this and so much more, I release this word into life, into light, into law. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Brian, and thank you, Ty. So now we go to our affirmation for our Audacity to Awaken affirmation. It is in the chat for everyone, and if you would, please read along with me. I awaken today with the courage to see myself clearly and love myself wholly, as I am and as I am not. I open my heart to curiosity, trusting that every question leads me deeper into truth. I embrace conscious evolution, knowing that life is always expanding through me. I release what no longer serves and boldly claim my divine power. I am awake, I am courageous, and I am fully alive to the brilliance of my becoming. And with that, I say here in that second line sentence there, it says, I open my heart to curiosity. That's what March is for us. March is a celebration of curiosity that we will be doing all month. So that's going to be huge. Curiosity is a big deal. It's what keeps us alive. It's what keeps us young. Sorry, I don't know what that was, but nothing blew up. For our peace practice today, something came to my attention from Ernest Holmes from Your Invisible Power. A great little book, goes way back. And what I'll just read this before we actually do our peace practice. Act as though peace already possessed your soul, and it will possess it. Act as though peace already emanated from your spirit, and it will emanate from it. Speak peace into confusion, and your peace will heal that confusion. This healing power is to be used and not merely believed in. Let me just reread that last line. This healing power is to be used and not merely believed in. We talk about treat and move your feet. We talk about pray with your feet. And this is one of the great things about science of mind, and what Ernest Holmes brought us was the fact that it's very practical. We use it every day. It's not just to be believed. It's not just to say, oh yeah, I read that. It's something that absolutely positively improves our lives through the practice of it. Spiritual practices, so very important. And that is what he is talking about there. So as far as our peace practice is concerned, we know how important it is, and I love that little reminder from Your Invisible Power. So if you would please repeat after me. I am the peace I wish to see. I know this peace for my family. I know this peace for my community. My community knows this peace for my country. And my community knows this peace for the world. Thank you. And we're going to have Brian do our practitioner reading today. So thank you, Brian.
You're welcome, and thank you, Neil. And if you happen to have your Science of Mind textbook handy, you can follow along with me. We're going to page 41 on the bottom, A Riddle of Simplicity. I love that title, A Riddle of Simplicity. It is a beautiful and true thought to realize that every man and every woman, we'll keep everyone included, stands in the shadow of a mighty mind, a pure intelligence, and a divine givingness. Not alone unto the great comes the soft tread of the unseen guest. The arrogant have not perceived the simplicity of faith, but the pure in heart see God. The farmer has seen the heavenly host in his fields. The child has frolicked with him at play. The mother has clasped him to her breast, and the fond lover has seen him in the eyes of his beloved. We look too far away for reality. The intelligence by and through which we perceive that there is a spiritual presence and an infinite mind in the universe constitutes our receptivity to it and decides its flow through us. We have made a riddle out of simplicity. Therefore, we have not read the sermons written in stones, nor interpreted the light of love running through life. To return to a sane simplicity is one of the first and most important things to do. All men and women receive some light, and this light is always the same light. There is one nature diffused through all of nature, one God incarnated in all peoples.
Good morning, everyone. We're only a little bit of a ways through the service, and already my heart is full. My talk today is something that we've spoken about so many times, and I dare say we'll speak about many, many more times. And that is love and kindness. My invitation today is for us to express and experience, to bring more love and kindness into our everyday lives. We've had this conversation before, but based on my experience, what I see going on in the world, we're not done yet. And so I think that it is important for us to have an understanding of what love and kindness means to us before we explore it. I was moved by one of the sentences in Brian's reading. We have not interpreted the light of love running through life. Wow. Unfortunately, I think that is so true. And I won't say we haven't interpreted it at all. I will say that we haven't interpreted it enough. That our awareness and our experience of it and our dive into it is not deep enough. And okay, I know it's because there's so much that doesn't look like love that's distracting us. I think that not only is there so much that doesn't look like love distracting us, but we are not in touch enough and connected with our own expression and experience of love. This is not an accusation. That's not true for all of us. If you find that what I'm saying doesn't relate to you, that's awesome and peace. But I think that it is important for each one of us to begin this exploration from where we are. That's what we say in this teaching. If we're going to be honest, if we're going to be authentic, if we're going to be real, we have to start from where we are, because that's the truth. There's no other place to start from. That's where the journey has to begin. And if I were to ask you today, what is love to you? What is kindness to you? Would you be able to give me an answer quickly? Would you be really clear on that? And so, what came to me was to ask some of the congregation. So if you received a phone call from me last night and I didn't leave a message, that's because I was polling and I was going to ask you. I would like to share some of the responses that I received, because I think it makes no sense to talk about love and kindness if we're not in touch with what our perspective is, or at least not aware that we need to dive deeper and discover within ourselves what our perspective really is. Because how can you attract and bring forth something in your life if you're not clear, if you don't know what it is? So most of the time when we experience love, when we attract love to us, whatever form that takes, because there are many different forms of love, most of the time it's not a conscious thing. Yes, sometimes we've made a decision that we want more love in our lives, and that's the beginning, but we usually don't know where, when, how, or what. We just decide, and then hopefully we have that manifestation and that experience. So I called a few of our CSL members from our center and some other people who are in CSL that aren't in our center and asked them if they would share with me what love and kindness was to them. I'm just going to share a few. So, from our beloved Ty Stevens, love is an act, a demonstrable act in the
You did not.
sense in the sense that whatever one's behavior is around a person that they care about, the actions and the attitude of a person when they encounter someone they have deep feelings for. It's care, it's regard, it's nurture, it's protection. Ty said those are the adjectives that come to mind for him surrounding the action called love. Andy Palmer said, I was mulling it over before you called. That synchronicity of spirit that I love. First, he talked about kindness. He said that kindness is shining your inner light out into the world. That you have to be it, doing a kind act daily, for example, or whatever, whenever you choose to do it. And love is then reflecting that light that you shine back. Love is that connection between light source. Now, Andy is my resident scientist, okay? And so he said in his physics classes, a definition that he teaches that it can only be between two objects. Listen up. You may interact with more than one thing, but those are different interactions, separate entities, separate pushes and pulls that sum into one net overall push, one net force. So he asks, could love behave similarly? Could love be to individual interactions one-on-one with all of the universe the same? The light within us, he said, recognizes and pulls towards the light within everything. That consummates into a net force, a net love that can guide our lives, that can shape the world that we live in. I called all the way to Alaska to our beloved Camille Conti. Some of you may remember her. She visited with us for a while, was a practitioner with us, and also taught a couple of really wonderful classes. Camille said that kindness is one of the greatest moments where we recognize ourselves in another person. It's part of the everyday experience of our personal life because it comes out of our chosen value system and belief system and the principles that we live each day. Love, she said, means more words than just love. There are different types of love and different nuanced experience of love. Love is the presence. Love is the greatest healing energy that there is. Love is the thing itself. Camille said, I don't use the word God anymore. I use love intelligence. It's a loving presence that is an intelligence because it knows all, because it is all. Another person said, Love to me is the essence of existence, the foundation of reality. It's not only about how we do it as human beings. When I look at it this way, it allows me to look at love in a more universal way. It's easier to apply it to the relative, to everyday life when I do that. The thing about love is I try not to limit it to only sentimentality because it's beyond an emotion or feeling. The substance, the frequency of existence is love. One more. Joe Christiana said, I've asked myself what is love all my life. Wow. It's a feeling, but it's more of an action, she said. That action is giving. The givingness of your spirit, yourself. Love is giving. I wonder if any of these definitions resonated for you. I'm going to read from The Complete Science of Mind, page 634. Love is the central flame of the universe, nay, the very fire itself. It is written that God is love, and that we are his expressed likeness, the image of the eternal being. Love is self-givingness through creation, the impartation of the divine through the human. Love is an essence, an atmosphere which defies analysis. As does life itself. It is that which is and cannot be explained. It is common to all people, to all animal life, and evident in the response of plants to those who love them. Love reigns supreme over all. The essence of love, while elusive, pervades everything, fires the heart, stimulates the emotions, renews the soul and proclaims the spirit. Only love knows love, and love knows only love. Words cannot express its depth or meaning. A universal sense alone bears witness to the divine fact God is love and love is God. I found that so powerful and so inspiring and so clear. And so, if the very essence of existence is love, then we have no reason to fear being loving, to be challenged by being loving. We have no reason to, because we will always be fulfilled when moving in love, when moving through love, when expressing love, when giving love, when receiving love. We will always be safe and sound. We will always be cradled in the divine because it is love. And it's so fascinating to me. It's so interesting that we are experiencing the craziness that we are experiencing in the world. It's such a juxtaposition. And I have to say, while I don't claim myself to be an expert or an authority, I believe that some of the things that I would call the horrible things that are going on in the world are happening because people have lost their connection. They've lost their ability, the quality of love and kindness that is actually innate within us. They've lost it. They've lost touch with it. And please, this is not an accusation. It's an assessment. It's an attempt to understand and explain how the things that are going on could possibly be. And I find it very important to do that because we seem to have the tendency to try and understand. We seem to have the urge to understand and make sense out of things as human beings. And so to look in our world, and if we're honest, it's disturbing to see some of the things that are going on. And if we're honest, we need to look at it and address it, because it's no longer over there. It's not just over there. It's right here now. And a lot of us are walking around just kind of not really focused and unconsciously hoping that we have developed enough spiritually so that we are not affected by it, so that it doesn't impact or influence us, that we may maybe somehow be able to maneuver through the cracks and stay away from it, avoid it. And forgive me if what I'm saying is uncomfortable, but I think you know me well enough to know that I want to address the really important stuff, the big stuff, the stuff that we try and avoid, and give us tools to manage those things, because that's what I attempt to do for myself in my life. And I dare say that really understanding and recognizing that the very existence, the very presence of life is love. And we simply can choose to express it, to embrace it, to be part of it. And we do that through our actions every day and through our kindness. So this conversation is an invitation for us to take a look at ways that we can do that we can be more kind, that we can express more love in this world. And if we, let me own this. When I look at my world, my life, my everyday moment by moment experiences, and I assess the love quotient, how much love, how much peace, how much joy, how much kindness there is. So grateful I have those experiences, but I definitely see that there can be more. And what I know, which we've talked about so many times, what I know is that by embodying love, by embodying this teaching, by embodying kindness and being that as much as I can in my everyday life with my family, with the people that I relate to, whether it's at work or just passing on the street, online, wherever I am, that I can contribute to love expressing more fully, to kindness expressing more fully, to spirit expressing more fully by my actions, by my activity, by my consciousness and how I hold things and what my intention is for what I bring into the world. And so my invitation today is for us to look at where, when, and how can we be more kind. To use kindness as a spiritual practice, to have the conscious intention to walk in love, to walk in kindness. Now, listen, I know some people are going to say, oh, that's so idealistic and so willy-nilly. No. No. And yes, there are times that won't express and that we won't express that. And there are times that we need to meet what we experience in a way that empowers us. I would be the first to say that. But I am honestly talking about really embodying and living this, because this is the way we change our experience. This is the way we change the world. And you find that when you have love, when you have joy, when you're in good humor, when you have a positive and can do perspective, when you bring no harm, when you're not judging and criticizing or making people wrong, and when you're not looking and just saying, oh, ain't it awful? Yeah, our initial reaction may be, ain't it awful? That is really not good. Some of the things that are happening in the world. But then follow that. How can I bring healing? How can I bring love? How can I contribute so that maybe that doesn't happen again? Because if we are not actively doing this work, we are not contributing, we are not helping, we are not healing and empowering ourselves. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I am not suggesting to you that you have to do this. We all get to choose what is ours to do. I am simply pointing out that the truth is love. The very foundation of life, the very expression of life is love. And if we decide to, if we choose to, whenever, we can easily tap into that and express more of it. And of course, you know what I'm going to say. When we do that, it radiates out. It radiates out, and then we attract more of it to us. And so, we can begin to transform ourselves. We can begin to transform this world. We can do so by expressing more of the qualities and attributes of the divine, by increasing, by escalating simple acts of kindness. Seeing a need and filling it, something small. You know, the simple things, giving somebody a smile, writing them a little note or a card, seeing that someone is troubled and saying, can I do anything for you? Can I assist? Taking a flower or a pastry to an elderly person that doesn't get out much, whatever it is that comes to you. That is an act of kindness that makes a difference in the world. Saying, I see you. I'm not sure what I can do, but I see you. You're not alone. I am here for you if there's anything I can do at all. And I'm always going to say that charity begins at home. Home is often the most difficult place for us to step out of our patterns and be that spark of love. And so I just absolutely know that when we do that, our lives change. Our lives change. Our families can change. Our communities can change. Our nation can change, because the truth is love is all there is. And then the world can change. So let's take this into treatment. So knowing this divine power and presence, this divine expression, that is love. Knowing that this one divine intelligence creates all of life, from the motivation, from the givingness of itself, that pure unconditional love, that divine expression that creates beauty and wholeness and balance and harmony and light from that one impulse that is giving, that is peace, that is joy. Knowing this truth, I affirm and speak this word for everyone, whether they know it or not, whether they hear me or not. I affirm the divine expression of love, and that this love resonates throughout all there is, that it permeates all there is, no matter what else is going on, that love is the truth. And out of this love, so much beauty and wholeness and awesomeness and wonder is born. So much expresses. And so I affirm with this word that each one of us is able to deeply connect with this truth individually within ourselves, that each one of us is able to go by, pass, and permeate anything that is unlike love, any misunderstanding, any misinterpretation, anything that says that life is any less than this love. And then in so doing, that love is allowed to express more fully, more deeply, easily, effortlessly. Big sacrifices not required. Just simple kindness with the right intention. Small little acts like ripples on a pond that make such a difference. Like the idea that a butterfly flapping its wings can influence the other side of the planet, so too, because love is all there is, when it is tapped into, when it is expressed, when it is celebrated, when it is utilized, it expresses more fully, more deeply, more beautifully. And I declare and affirm with this word that when we express love, when we come from love, that profoundly we are safe and sound, that the creativity, the result of the manifestation that comes out of that is something that is absolutely wonderful, and just more love. Just more love. And so I affirm with this word that anyone who chooses is divinely guided and inspired to express more love, to express more kindness, and in so doing, delve deeper into and connect with the presence and experience greater fulfillment in their everyday life. And so I simply release this word into the law, knowing that it is the truth. Please close with me. And so it is.
Here we all are, gathered together in this place. Why are we here? What is our purpose? What is God's will? How do we know what's true and what's real? We may not know where life's road will lead, but it doesn't matter as long as we believe that love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. what's going on in this world today. Where do we fit? What can we do to make a difference? What can we say? Where do we go? This way or that way? If we all pray and truly believe and love one another and make the world see that love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. If we all pray and truly believe and love one another, we'll make the world see that love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. I invite you to sing along at home. Love is the answer. You know the words. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Oh, love is the answer. Love is the answer to everything. Love brings the answer to everything. Love is the answer to whatever the question may be. To whatever the question may be.
Beautiful, Ty. Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
And Toni, thank you. Great talk. Great talk. Great treatment too. So, you know, lot of love. That's what I love about this community. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of kindness here, and Lord knows the kindness is what we need so desperately these days. And you know, I think if you saw the article that was in the newsletter, I really do think that kind people are people who are grateful for what they have. And we have so much to be grateful for in our individual lives, but here as a community and how we come together. And it's that love and it's that gratitude that has brought us all to this place for so long, and this teaching that has paid off for me personally, especially at this point in my life, just bountifully. It's unbelievable what this teaching has done for me. And I am so grateful for all of you for being here, for supporting our community and supporting me personally with your kindness and your love. And that's what this community is all about. And in every way, the support that comes through from the volunteers and the leadership and the financial support and everything is it's just a beautiful and a wonderful experience. And before I forget to put it in there, I will put in for you in the chat our conscious giving affirmation. So if you haven't memorized it after 24 years, then no point in doing it now then. What the hell? Just read it. So if you read along with me. I bless this gift that I give today. I give this gift from my heart, and I give it mindfully. May my gift go further to heal, prosper and bless this center and all who enter. I accept all good that comes as a result of this flow, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is. And in there are ways for you to give. And my number, if you have any questions, want to know anything about what's going on, what we're doing, and how you can participate as a volunteer or in leadership or any of it, reach out to me. Happy to chat with you. Call that number. Keep those calls and letters coming in, folks. So, picked up the wrong sheet of paper. Going into what we have coming next week. Next week we have actually next week we're intentionally going to be on Zoom. Not weather-wise being on Zoom. This is an intentional Zoom Sunday coming up, and we have the beautiful luxury of being able to bring you all the way from Arizona, Reverend Evelyn, who will be doing our talk for us. And her talk has got an interesting title to it. You don't want to miss this one. And that is, Who's Your Guru? There you go. So, who's your guru? That really should be very interesting. So don't miss that. Make sure you're here for that one. Also, what we have coming up is a rather intimate, exclusive meeting that Bill Sarnowski is going to be doing, and that is the being aware of being aware. And Bill's here today, and maybe he wants to just tell us a little bit about what's going to happen and where it's going to happen.
Okay, thank you, Neil. I do want to tell you a little about this. I'm very excited about it. Okay, so, all right, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. There are some of you, who have done self-awareness programs, you've done workshops, you've read book after book after book, psychology, spiritual books, and your life is better for it. Yes, of course. But yet there's still something missing. Okay, and I assert that something is the knowing of who you are, or the not knowing of who you are. Without knowing, okay, you will continue to go out in the world like the prodigal son did, and you'll be in search for peace and happiness and do all the things that would bring that to you. And you might get momentary moments of that, but then it doesn't last and you want more. It's like being on a drug, right? So, peace and happiness, you'll search and you search and you find out no matter how much you get, you wind up feeling this, I guess, unfulfilled emptiness. So when you recognize who you really are, guess what? That search ends. I have put together a program called Being Aware of Being Aware. It's designed to have you recognize the truth of who you really are, which a lot of you know, but it might just be intellectually. You may not be experiencing it. So I've designed this in a way by going into some very deep questions to bring you to the level of getting that, being aware of it, but not just that, but to take it out into the world and express it. As Toni was saying, as Neil has said before, it's always about expression, being, and then expressing it physically in your life. So being aware is that, you have an experience that you are, and here's the thing, you have an experience in this program where you will recognize that you are the peace and happiness that you've been looking for. It's the return of the prodigal son to the father's house, right? Recognizing, oh, it was always there. So peace and happiness is you. Okay, that's the main point of it. Now, whoops. So this is going to be in person, as Neil was saying. Yes, it's probably the first time. I don't know if it's true, but it'll be probably one of the first times in a long time, at least for me, where I've done a program in person, and it will be at my home in West Orange. It's limited to 8 people. I don't think I could fit more. Maybe we'd be crowded, but anyway, I'm saying to 8 people. It'll start on March 5th. It's going to be 5 sessions. It'll be from 7 to 8:30. It'll end on April 2nd. Okay, so thank you. I hope to see you there. I'd love to have you. And so it is.
Yeah, and the link is in the chat. It's also in the newsletters. It's also on our website under events and cslnj.org under events and classes.
Good.
So
Thank you.
to get that great opportunity. Also in March, I'll be doing another open free book discussion group on the book Let Them. That's, you know, this thing called You We Did shows us how much power we have. It just, you may not believe it, but yeah, you know, and that book certainly points it out. Now we're going to go to, why do we give that power away? Why do we let somebody else influence our use of the power that we have? So that's going to be 4 Saturdays. Great discussions there. You know, what we don't normally do, but I'll tell you, because I love this idea of curiosity in March. Curiosity, I learned years ago, does so much to drive us, to inform us, to keep us alive. You know, it prevents judgment. It does so much for us. And this month, you know, we're going to be doing these Sundays with Reverend Evelyn coming up. We're going to have in person. We're going to have Reverend Michelle doing Curiosity is the Cure to Judgmentalism. The 15th, we're going to have Reverend Eugene Holden, who's now teaching the class for us. He's going to be up and in person. That will be in person as well. So he's going to be doing, his talk title is, I Have Questions. Who are you? And what are you doing here? And if you heard his talk a couple of weeks ago, or if you're in his class now, you know that he's got a lot of personality, and boy, can that man pray. So that's a wonderful thing. Then on March 22nd, all the way from up in the northeast part of the country, we got David Alexander again, and he's coming to us on Great Expectations in Troubled Times is the title of his talk. So you know, between Reverend Evelyn, Reverend Michelle, Reverend Eugene, Reverend David Alexander, and then who wraps up this month on March 29th, Tony? You want to raise your hand and tell them it's you? Go ahead. We are in person on March 29th when Tony Hamilton does another fantastic job of bringing us the Phoenix Shedding. So we look forward to this. It's going to be a good month, folks. Well, every month is a good month, but this is an exciting one. We got a lot of good speakers coming up. Invite people, invite your friends, show them what kind of inspiration we have here. It is fantastic. All right, so with that, thank you all. Bless you all. Love you all. Thank you for being here. And you know, we have Ty. We're not letting anybody out of here without another song from Ty, because Ty, you're disappearing again pretty soon back to Japan, right?
Yeah, I'll be back out for 5 weeks, so I'll be back at the beginning of April.
Be back in April. So enjoy this the last song from Ty for a long period of time, folks. It'll bring a tear to your eye, but go for it, Ty.
Watch the time fly by. You know, I was gone for 5 months and it seemed like nothing, didn't it?
Yes.
See? That's right. So this is going to fly by too. This is 5 weeks rather than 5
All
months.
right.
So I want to just mention something that I heard throughout this entire service this morning, and just in each person's personal comment. And if you notice that the song that we started with is Someone I Know, and the kind of the punchline of the song is, oh yes, that's right, it's me.
That's right.
And I've heard that said so many times. It's coming back to me. I'm the one who has to bring it, right? You know, it starts with me. It's so within, so without. So without any further ado.
Yeah, so what's in the room, Ty?
If it isn't, something's wrong, because you're there. And
It's
if you're
here.
loved, then that means love is where you are. And
It's
you bring
here,
it wherever
baby.
you are.
Thank you, Ty.
So if you feel like dancing, you know you can do that. Hey, 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 hey. Wall to wall, the vibe is high. We lift it up, spirits fly. Pure and simple reason why. Love is in the room, spirits moving all the time. Dancing diamonds, sparkles shine. What's that feeling so divine? Love is in the room, safe in the rhythm. Let yourself go, free from your prison. Go for what you know, yeah. Love is in the room. Y'all feel that, right? Love is in the room. Gives you a chance to think about it, doesn't it? You are the gift that God imparts. Lift up your veil, reveal your heart. Unwrap the present, release the past. Realize that now love will always last, yeah. Always last, yeah. Now just think about that for a minute while you listen to Richard play. And if you don't feel any love, you can, because all you have to do is generate it. Love is in the room. Feel it deep in your soul. Love is in the room. Now remember this part. You are the gift that God imparts. Lift up your veil, reveal your heart. Unwrap the present, release the past. Realize that now love will. Off the wall, the vibe is high. We lift it up, spirits fly. Pure and simple reason why. Spirits moving all the time. Dancing diamonds, sparkles shine. What's that feeling? So divine. Hey, safe in the rhythm. Let yourself go. Free from your prison. Go for what you know. Yeah. Love is in the room. Love is in the room. Here we go. Everybody make some sounds. Love is in the room. One more time. Love is in the room. That's right. Love is in the room. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, love is in the room. It's all around you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Love is in the room. You are the love. Love is in the room. Ah, come on now. Go ahead, Beth. Love is in the room. Woo! Love is hot, so don't stop. Love is hot, so don't stop. Love is in the room. Can you feel? Love is in the room, 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 room.
All right. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Joe, for putting this out on YouTube for us all the time so we can go back and hear our inspiring words again.
Living North Jersey. We believe in empowering individuals to discover their inner strength and their connection to divine life. Through our supportive community, transformative workshops, and uplifting services, We provide a safe space for personal growth and spiritual exploration. Whether you're seeking clarity, healing, or a deeper understanding of life's mysteries, our center offers practical tools and timeless wisdom to help you thrive. Join us in creating a more diverse, compassionate, and kind world. Your world, the way you want to create it.